Welcome to Swing and a Miss, a baseball podcast.
Where our overconfident opinions are backed up by cherry-picked stats.
This isn't Finland.
Josh, I thought we traded you for cash considerations. What are you doing here?
Cash considerations did not pass their physical.
Well, welcome back, Josh. Welcome into episode 37.
It's the boys from Minnesota back at it again. Hot takes from Nels, Tyler, Josh, and Ben. From the first batter up to the safe clinch, you bitch. Get up out your seats, it's Swing and a Miss.
And welcome into episode 37 of Swing and a Miss. I don't know if we're happy about it, but it's true. Josh is back.
Hey.
Welcome back, Josh.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
For our last two episodes, we had higher engagement than ever, so this one is going to plummet.
I'm happy to help the numbers die.
Welcome in, guys. How we doing?
Tired. I haven't adjusted from the jet lag yet, so.
You just flew in from Finland,
Yep.
and your arms are tired.
Yeah.
No, Ben. We know, Ben.
Flap.
No, Ben.
That's a good joke. It's evergreen content, if you will. No?
But no Finnish baseball.
No Pesapalo yet, but
But yes to a sauna.
yes to a sauna. And next time I'm there, I already have a promise to be taken to play and learn Pesapalo.
Did you see any reindeer?
Ironically, at the zoo,
Okay, that counts.
in which they are rehabbing reindeer and then will release that. They have like a whole program to release them back into the wild. So they're not
Oh.
wild now, but they will be back into the wild. And there were new babies that were born in May. So I got to see some fresh baby reindeer.
Oh,
I
that's
thought
nice.
they might be releasing them onto my dinner plate.
No, onto others' dinner plates.
Okay.
That's part of why they have to do all of these, bringing them in and making sure that the reindeer population doesn't get too low because, they eat them up there.
Do they treat them like Wagyu beef, where they feed them beer and massage them all day so the meat is more tender?
I didn't ask.
Wow. The hard-hitting questions, Josh.
At the
leaves
zoo,
out.
are there any obscure Finnish animals that we don't know about?
No, not really, but I got
Okay.
to see them feed a tiger and it ripped a big piece of meat right off of the big line that they have on the tree.
Was
So
it one of the caribou that didn't make it?
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
R.I.P. caribou.
Yeah, they had some I forget what the term in front of it was, but basically mini mongoose, which were pretty cool. They were fighting a little bit. They were playing around. So I got a video of two little mongooses rolling around, which is cool.
It was also a brand of BMX bikes
So
in the 90s.
Oh, yeah,
Mongooses or
mongoose.
mongoose?
Mongooses is
Yeah.
what I'm going with.
Mongoose.
Mongoose.
I go with mongoose.
I like mongoose. That's fun.
Yeah, Ricky Tikky Tabby.
Exactly. All right. Well, we have a lot to get to today. So why don't we just dive right in? Let's start with New Year's resolutions because ding, 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 I have a story.
Okay.
So I got to go last.
All right. Nels,
Oh.
you were at a wrestling event.
I
No,
was.
wrestling.
You went to
I'm-
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam was here in Minneapolis last weekend. I went to all the festivities, and guess what?
What?
Nothing.
No, nothing.
Oh,
Did you,
man.
Did you,
I-
you
I-
slip a note to somebody at
I
least?
tried to meet Big Dave halfway and go to his thing, and he wasn't there. I feel like I'm the only one trying in this relationship, to be honest.
He probably was like, oh, this dude that keeps messaging me is from Minnesota. I
I'm not
gotta
going.
make
I'm
sure
not
to
going.
stick away
Okay.
from that.
Who is Dave Bautista's best wrestling friend in the business?
Probably Triple H.
Okay.
Who runs it?
Now you're just going to need to like bank shot off of Triple H. So
Okay.
just
Yeah,
get a hold of him.
yeah.
Triple H, notoriously easier to get a hold of than Dave
100%.
Bautista.
I did meet Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. I probably should have, maybe asked them
Yeah.
the best way. They might know.
They might know.
But I missed that opportunity, and they're wherever.
I'm
they're at now.
sure that he is in their phone.
There. I think they're in Boston now.
Wait,
So
you just didn't give a note to anybody.
no, I don't think they
Did you-
accept notes.
Did you paint your chest or anything like that?
What is this? 4th grade in 1984? No,
Do you-
you're not passing notes.
Do you like my podcast? Check yes or no.
That would have been a good way to do
I know, right?
it. Yeah.
All right, no update for you.
No.
Josh,
Yeah,
Are you ready?
sure.
You've been out for 2 episodes. I feel like you got to come hot with this one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a little good, a little refreshed.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of a break this time.
Oh,
I want you to pick the team you're going to say something nice about.
oh, wow, that is something. You know what? Can I go with the White Sox?
Sure.
It's a division rival, and we've talked about almost every other team divisionally that I dislike. We are closing in on midway through August. The Chicago White Sox are in first place in the division still. Now look out. I'll talk more about this in league check-in, but they've got some heat on their heels, but we're looking at mid-August. I don't think I know that we were like, yeah, the White Sox are going to be better than god awful. I don't think any of us saw them leading the division by 3.5 games here, damn close to midway through August. So
if I say yes, just no one go back and listen to what I actually said. Just recognize that I said it now.
yeah. So good on the White Sox. They've continued to play good, entertaining baseball, and there's still a month and a half of season left. A lot of things can happen. The division's getting tighter, but they're looking at a pretty healthy spot to make the playoffs. So good for them.
Most entertaining team in baseball, in my opinion.
They're up there.
They're really fun to watch. All right, Tyler, what do you
Okay.
got?
2 bands. The first one, we're going to start with Sicard Hollow, which is sort of a traditional and bluegrass band that also, in their vocals, it sounds like they're trying to be emo punk rockers. And the musicianship is excellent. Anytime there's bluegrass, I'm a sucker for it. Give me a banjo and a harmonica and a washboard. I'm all about it, 100% in.
Are you a big John Popper guy?
Not a big John Popper guy. I
Okay.
like him okay.
Okay.
He's more blues than he is.
It's in the name.
Yes. But the vocals were just so flat. Emo punk rock is something that is 100% not for me.
Oh,
So Fallout Boy is for everybody else and not for me. And this felt like Fallout Boy, but in traditional bluegrass vein. And so if you do like Fallout Boy and you do like bluegrass, maybe check out Sicard Hollow. Not for me.
I'm gonna check them out because of that description.
All right.
Yeah, that was an interesting combo.
Next one up is Willow Avalon.
Oh, I know. I love Willow Avalon.
So new to me. Hadn't heard her at all. She just released a new album called The Pink Pocket Pistol. She is going to be at the Fine Line in 2 days, and I might need to have one of y'all come with me to her because
I'm willing.
she is kind of a mid-century country rehash. She's got excellent wordplay in her vocals. There's a lot of slide steel guitar, so it's in the Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton vein of the 50s, 60s, 70s. And I think the one thing that you should know about her is she's got this vocal, what you might call it a trill, a warble, almost like a yodel as she holds her notes. That is definitely going to be polarizing. But I listened to all 3 of her albums multiple times. I'm totally into it. Like it a whole bunch. I looked her up online, and man, she is easy on the eyes to boot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's great.
I might have a new crush on my hands. So she can sit on the bench right next to Nico Case because there's room enough for everybody.
Awesome. All right, guys, ready for my story?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
All right. So again, to remind you, if this is your first day listening to us, welcome. Second of all, go back and listen to all our episodes because we need the downloads. So my New Year's resolution is to catch a foul ball or home run ball. Just catch a ball,
Just get a baseball.
a baseball.
However you get it.
Steal it.
They can toss it in the stands after. It could be batting practice. Just get a
Anything.
on-field used baseball.
Anything.
Yes.
So last weekend, in lieu of SummerSlam, I went to the opening weekend of the Women's Professional Baseball League, which got underway in Springfield, Illinois, which I'm going to give kind of a quick rundown here in a minute, but my story comes from that. So I believe it was the first game. I can't remember if it was the first or second game. I think it was the first one. We're sitting in the stands. No, it was the second game. Sorry. And there was a foul ball hit to us. We're sitting on the first base side. Probably we're 3 rows up from the field. So we're not far from the action. A foul ball comes near us. I'm up, ready to go. It's coming towards us. It lands 2 rows behind us. However, the gentleman who had his hands up to catch it completely whiffed. It went directly off his chest and bounced forward 2 rows into the waiting hands of the person sitting next to my wife.
Your father?
No, other side. My wife did not fight for the ball. She knew this was my New Year's resolution for the show, and she could have secured it for me.
Well, she said, you got to do it, kid.
Well,
He just has to get the ball. He doesn't have to catch it.
She didn't
He can
throw.
steal it from a baby.
She didn't
That's
throw.
fine.
She didn't throw bows. She didn't say, "Hey, my husband has to have this for his show." Which, why would they care about that?
They wouldn't.
But it did land 2 seats away from me.
So what I hear is, get tall, kid, because if you
I'm
had
not,
some
I'm not
reach,
nine,
you could
I'm not
reach up
9
there.
feet tall.
Come on, be like Wemby.
From here on out, I think you need to bring one of those novelty baseball gloves that they were handing out at the home run derby to every game you attend.
No, I will sacrifice my hand for it.
No, what he needs to do, which is the worst punishment of all for the fact that he did not get a ball yet.
Wait. We're doing punishments now?
Yeah, your punishment is you have to watch hours of Zach Hampel film so that you could figure out how to just magically end up being in the right spot all the time.
Just practice the art of being a dickhead.
Yes, exactly. But a dickhead who somehow manages to be right where balls end up falling in home run territory all the damn time.
That guy steals from kids. That
Oh,
guy,
he's
that
the
guy
worst. That's
definitely
why-
he steals from babies.
That's why
Which
it's
is
a
why
punishment
he's
to
your
have to
hero.
watch it.
He's not my hero. No.
You were
I
talking
would
about
never
stealing from children.
I would never give it to a kid.
Yeah.
I would not steal it from a kid.
Well, it's stealing that opportunity from a child, so it's the same thing.
this is
Yeah,
the
part
lose-lose.
the part
for
of
me.
Ben's story that he didn't say is that his wife didn't throw bows to get the ball from the child sitting next to her.
No, it was a grown man with a beard and everything.
All I'm hearing is you didn't get a foul
I
ball.
didn't.
You were at a women's baseball game. Did you consider batting your eyes and looking real pretty to try to
I know this
woo one of the women?
Yeah, this is going to be a
Awesome
surprise, but
ball.
I think most of them aren't interested.
Yeah, this is an audio medium, so you can't see what all of us look like. In no way, shape, or form is a pro athlete ever falling for that with me.
You're not attractive to a lot of 25-year-old girls.
No.
No. Oh, okay.
I'm pushing 40. I'm lucky if I get my wife to bat her eyes back at me.
She'll roll her eyes back at you.
Oh, she would absolutely do that.
She sure as hell won't get a ball for you. So.
No, she won't. Found out where I stood. So in the vein of that story, I want to talk a little bit about the opening weekend of the Women's Professional Baseball League, which was a really, really awesome experience. I'm super glad we got to be there for that. We had 2 games. We had the LA Queens play the New York Heights. And then second night, we had the San Francisco Firebells, which is an absolutely awesome name and awesome uniform, play the Boston Hunters. First game, we had the Queens come back from, I think it was 8-2, but they won 10-8 in the bottom of the 7th inning. San Francisco and Boston on the second night. San Francisco blew out Boston. It really wasn't close from start to finish. But some of the really cool pieces of the weekend, Maybelle Blair is the official mascot of the Women's Pro Baseball League, and Maybelle Blair is the only player still alive from the All-American Girls League, which is the league that A League of Their Own was based on.
And let me tell you, she's still sassy.
She is.
She's got that quick wit still going for her.
Is she 98, 94? She's in her 90s. But she broke a rib. She had a fall, so she did the ceremonial first pitches from a wheelchair. And the first night it was raining, so she didn't give a speech. But the second night it was very nice outside, and she gave a speech, and she said something to the effect of, "Yeah, I broke a couple ribs, but that wasn't stopping me." Like, this woman is so fun. She, my wife got a picture of her. She was in the concourse, and they were taking her out for the first pitch, and she got a picture of her saying hi to her right before she did finger guns to my wife. So she didn't
Nice.
get the finger guns on camera, but really, really fun lady. Really enjoyed the weekend. There were 2 players we got bobbleheads of. One is Monet Davis,
Hell yeah.
center fielder for the Queens, I believe.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little upset that this is the first time I hear about that as I'm sitting in your basement and you haven't showed it to me yet. So
They're in my office.
when we're done.
The other one is Kelsey Whitmore. She is a pitcher for the Fire Bells. I believe she also played for the Savannah Bananas and she's been a part of Team USA. After 8 games in the league, the Queens are leading 3-1. We have the Fire Bells at 2-2, as well as the Heights at 2-2, the Hunters at 1-3. But there are some really, really awesome baseball players in this league. But 4 I want you guys to keep an eye on as the league goes on. The first one we kind of already touched on before we started recording, and that's Danae Benitez. She's the catcher for the New York Heights.
She good?
She's hitting .824.
That good?
My goodness.
We can't hit that in softball.
No, we don't hit that as a team in softball.
Well, no, that'd be much worse.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's-
harder to do.
Well, either way. Molly Pattison is the center fielder for the Boston Hunters. She's hitting .545 so far.
We ain't hitting that in softball either.
No. Maggie Fox is a catcher for the LA Queens, hitting .500. And my personal pick, which was really fun because we were sitting, like I said, 3 rows back from the field on the second game. We were right behind the first baseman. Adrienne, I think I'm saying that correctly, LeBlanc, who's the first baseman for San Francisco. She is cranking .455 so far. In that game, she had, I think, 3 hits. Just an absolute great hitter. We're in a new age of baseball with the Women's Pro League starting. Obviously, the popularity of Banana Ball, which keep your ears tuned in to the podcast because we may have some surprises along those lines, both the Women's League and Banana Ball. But I really like that there's more options now for people to consume this sport. It doesn't just have to be Major League Baseball.
And look out, Major League Baseball. If you don't play next year, you lose some time. Got some eyes on some good competition here. So
And it was,
that's figure it out, MLB, or else you're going to get lapped.
yeah. Anybody in the Springfield area or anybody in Illinois within driving distance, all of their games are going to be played in Springfield. It's a high school field, so it's smaller, but it's still 5,500 seats. They sold out both games when we were there. People have an interest in this. Obviously, young women, girls, adult women really, really love to see the representation, and we want to see more women's sports. So keep it up. We'll keep an eye on it as the season goes along. Nobody else? Okay.
I was interjecting throughout.
That's fine. So with that being said, why don't we talk a little bit about the Major League Baseball league that we have to talk about, that maybe we want to talk about some of these teams, maybe we don't, but
I do.
I think somebody may have something they want to say.
Get it over with, Josh. Just get it over with.
I do.
Okay? Get it over with. You're on the clock. You get 3 minutes. That's it.
Objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear. That 6-22 month for the Tigers is looking way in the rear view right now. One of I would say the second hottest team in baseball behind the Boston Red Sox right now. And the number 1 team in the American League in run differential now at plus 87. 1 game back of the wild card, 3.5 back of the division. Even though we traded Skubal and Mize, still looking strong. I think we've gone 5-1 since trading Skubal away. Tigers
have
are
the
hot.
Dodgers done that since Skubal?
No, they have
LA?
not. In fact, they lost his debut. Also, we're going to talk about the trade deadline separately, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about the Skubal trade a little bit, but I'll save it for the deadline talk. But yeah, all in all, I'm out for 2 weeks. I was actually at the second game of the Tigers-Orioles series for work in Detroit, where we won 14-0.
You work for the Tigers?
No, I wish.
Oh.
But my work got us Tigers tickets for a company bonding outing, which was fantastic. And yeah, we won 14-0. Eduardo Valencia hit 2 home runs. The youth is youthin'. They're playing well. The Tigers have a great young core that's all clicking. You say the White Sox are the most fun team in baseball, but for the last few weeks here, the Tigers have been unbelievably fun. I was tuning in at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, finish time when the jet lag was getting me up early in the morning to watch the games. And amazingly, MLB TV, much easier to watch when you're out of the U.S. than you're in market. It's amazing.
This is my shocked face.
Yeah. I had no troubles accessing the Lynx games in the WNBA League Pass, the Tigers games on MLB TV. Everything was easier to access overseas. So figure it out for the people who live in the country that the league is in.
Capitalism.
But yeah, there's my 3 minutes. The Tigers, they're hot, they're young.
That's usually how
Yeah.
he talks about people too.
Yeah. The hesitation there was realizing those two things a little creepy, but we're also creeping up on the Texas Rangers for that last wild card. So
Tigers are Radiohead. They are creep.
yep, and we are weirdos.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't really have a ton to talk about in check-in. Like, I've been super happy to see the Dodgers lose 7 in a row, but I know Nels is. He kind of threw water on that fire over the weekend, saying they do this every year. They do this every year. Maybe they do, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, it doesn't make it less fun to see.
It doesn't matter.
Especially
You don't
when
understand.
Tarek Skubal takes an L in his first game.
That also doesn't matter.
You gonna take?
It does as a Tigers
So you
fan.
gonna take an L tonight and start 2?
I hope so. Is tonight start 2 for him?
Yeah.
It's also start 2 for Mr. 8 runs Casey Mize in his
Boy, he got rocked in his first start, didn't he?
yeah.
Woo,
So
baby.
so far we have not been losing out on those trades, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Well, the Boston Red Sox have barely lost a game since we last spoke.
still.
So
Yeah, they'd
they're
be
an
hot.
absolute house on fire, and that is a story to watch because they're nipping at the heels of the Yankees right now, a game and a half back of them, and they are 7 games out of the division. I think that's too far gone. But
They were within 5 like a week ago, and they dropped 1 or 2, and then the Rays kept winning.
Yeah,
As somebody whose team lost a 15 and a half game lead with not much longer in the season to play than we currently have, I've seen it. It can happen.
You know why that happened.
But the Rays have also not been losing either, so
No.
it's not
They
like
good.
they're seeding anything at the moment. So
and they got better after the deadline.
they did.
Yeah.
I think every single team with better than 25% playoff odds going into the deadline made somewhere between a solid effort to an excellent effort at trying to get better for this season.
Some made the effort. I don't know that all succeeded.
No.
Nels, any thoughts on the Giants?
We can get to thoughts on their trade deadline during the trade deadline, but
In the last 2 weeks, I mean.
we announced retirements on the show,
We do.
and Tim Anderson announced his retirement earlier today. He, former batting league champion, 2-time All-Star. He hit that memorable walk-off in the first Field of Dreams game. That was very fun. But
And took a memorable hit.
Much like Robin Ventura, he's probably going to be most remembered for just getting the crap kicked out of him on the baseball field instead.
At least Robin Ventura took multiple punches. Tim Anderson got knocked out in 1.
Well, Robin didn't have a choice because he was in a headlock. He couldn't
True.
really go anywhere.
What do
for
we
that.
call him? A one-hit wonder?
I think so, yeah.
It's unfortunate because he was a good player
He was.
He was, yeah.
before that, and that's all he's going to be remembered
Have you
for.
ever seen another player get knocked out on the baseball field?
No.
Not like that.
Not
no.
from a
Not
from
a
punch.
one-shotter, no.
Not from a punch.
I don't think it matters how many shots. I don't remember seeing anyone hit their back and have the little birds dancing around
You
their
don't
head.
usually see a lot of punches connect.
Exactly.
Because they're not fighters. It's a lot of that.
Yeah,
slapping.
it's-
Swinging, one guy's backing up, the other
maybe
guy's just
when
swinging wildly.
when Walt Weiss took down that Angels player earlier this year, he might have hit his head on the ground. That was a form tackle.
Maybe, but that would have been secondhand. That wouldn't have been from a hitting it right on the button and watching someone go to sleep.
If I had paid attention a little bit earlier in the day to Tim Anderson's retirement, I would have made trivia about best baseball fights. Maybe that'll be next episode.
There is a whole secret base series that's going on right now, tracking baseball fights. So
Really?
look that up on YouTube. if
Yeah.
you're
Oh, that's cool.
interested.
Shout out to Secret Base. They have fun
Oh,
stuff.
they do.
John
They have
Bois,
great contact.
fantastic.
Great stuff. Again, there's not a lot to talk about in league check-in, really.
All I can tell you is I am sick and tired of the Twins getting walked off. They have been
It sucks, doesn't
they
it?
have been walked off 3 times in the past 8 games, and all of their losses have been by 1 run. So
That was Detroit
it's-
in May. So I
it's-
feel you.
It's been
That's the Giants all year.
it's been a hard watch, especially when you go up against the best team in baseball and you are pretty much toe to toe with them for all 3 games, and it feels good. It's a moral victory to be against the best team in baseball and be neck and neck with them, but when you get walked off, boy, does that hurt.
Were 2 of those 3 to the Royals?
One was to the Royals, 2 were to the Brewers.
Okay. I mean, I don't even know that we can really hit on too much in league checking without going into the trade deadlines. We might as well do that.
They do.
So I have ranked every MLB team with a grade: A, B, C, D, and F. No E's this time.
I also gave grades to every team, so we can compare notes on that if you want.
I did not, but I can give a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Well, what we were talking about doing is maybe just run through the A's and see if there's anybody we want to stop and talk
most
about.
of the league has run through the A's.
Yeah, they didn't get an A, shockingly enough.
Yes, they got an incomplete.
Yeah, didn't even do the assignment. Same with another team we'll get to. But I figure we'll go through who got an A and stop on the interesting ones if we want to.
Sure.
Sound
That's not
good?
how I have mine arranged, but go ahead.
Okay.
I just have it by division.
Oh, okay. You did divisions. All right. Well, so my A list is 1, Dodgers,
Sure.
2,
Scooble.
2 Cubs,
Yep.
3 Rays.
I do not have the Rays as getting an A.
Okay. Should we stop on the Rays then?
Sure.
Okay.
I gave the Rays a D+.
A D plus.
A D+.
Really?
You're
Yes.
a tough grader.
My goodness.
You have the floor. What did you like about the Rays deadline?
Well, I like that they added Liam Hicks. I think that's a good catcher pickup. I like getting Tyler Wells. I like getting Freddie Peralta. The big thing for me is they gave up no top 5 prospects to get those pieces, which is something that's not always attainable in the trade deadline. Usually you got to give up something to get something, and they didn't really give up a whole lot to get these guys.
So I don't disagree that they did not give up a lot. And the number one issue that I took with their deadline is the Freddie Peralta trade.
Really?
They 100% needed starting pitching.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that the Rays are good at developing pitching. But I think that it's an awful lot to put on your expectations and expecting a miracle to come up to take Freddie Peralta from where he has been this season and turn him into a playoff caliber starter, which is what this team needs.
I agree.
So I think my bar for the Tampa Bay Rays were they're far and away the class of the American League. And if they get playoff caliber pitching, that they could run to the World Series and not have much of a fight from anybody. And so I needed them to go through and try to acquire a Mize, a Scooble, a Ray, a Gaussman, something there.
I assume they tried.
They were in on Scooble, and then the ask was way too high, and they immediately backed out and were never part of the conversation again.
So the ask being high is the issue. The ask wasn't you don't have the prospects or you don't have the players that we're looking for. Unless the Tigers said the only way that we're going to get this done is if you send back Junior Caminero. They had the players to go.
But they said the only way that we get this done is if you send Theo Gillen, which is their number 1 prospect and a top 10 prospect in all of baseball. And they said non-starter, and the Tigers said, all right, see you later.
I would have sent Theo Gillen for a chance to win the World
I think
Series.
I would have too.
Yeah,
So-
I'm just saying like that is what the Tigers said, and they said not going to play ball
So
with that.
outside of what it would have taken to get Scooble, no Mize, no Ray, no Gaussman, those are, if they were shopping in that aisle, and that's the part where I would have even liked a Foster Griffin better than I would have liked a Freddie Peralta. And so that's the problem that I've got with the Rays.
I mean, it's not like Gaussman's tearing the world up right now either, though.
I do wonder if some of these guys will flourish in a change of scenery. And that's what I'm hoping, or I'm sure that's what the Rays and Rays fans are hoping with Freddie Peralta.
Though he got lit the hell up
He
in his
did.
first start
I
too.
will
But
actually
but
say
that
none-
seems to be kind of the
I was
trend.
gonna
It's
say-
tough getting that first game with the new team, new catcher.
None of these pitchers did well in their first outing, really.
Scooble did do well.
He did fine.
He
didn't-
took the loss, but he only gave up 2 runs in 6 innings.
He didn't
and
light the world on fire.
No, I mean 2 runs
It's a
in 6
good- it's a good outing.
He had a
It's a
very
solid
solid start.
It's a solid outing.
If the Dodgers would have scored any runs, we
Well,
would have been talking about it differently. But because they
Which is-
didn't score any runs and he took an L,
Which is very different
everybody
for
looks
them.
at it a lot worse than it was. He had a very solid start. But yeah, I mean, we talked about it. Mize gave up 8 in his first.
Yeah.
Peralta gave up 7 in 3 2/3.
Yep.
Some of these guys, I mean, not necessarily looking the strongest.
So Gaussman has a full one earned run better than Peralta right now.
Sure. I'm just saying he also he had a 4.38 ERA coming into the trade.
Well, okay, so you're sticking at D+ then.
I'm sticking at D+. It's because I think that there's hubris that was involved.
Sure.
Of saying we're going to take these damaged goods, we're going to rub our magical rays shine up on Freddie Peralta and present them back to the world as an ace, and I don't see that happening.
I think not just hubris, but also the Rays doing Rays thing. We touched on it. Didn't
Small
give
ball.
up much.
Yeah.
What could they get that they think that they can make, serviceable while also not having to give up anything worth a damn in their system?
The Rays and the Brewers of the world build their teams through their prospects. They aren't going to sign guys to $500 million contracts. So they are adamant about keeping those top prospects,
Especially for a rental.
Yeah, especially for a rental. So they're adamant about keeping those prospects because that is how they succeed. They aren't going to break the bank for these free agents.
That being said, I wonder though, like with the new CBA coming up and a potential cap and floor, and money's not going to be looked at the same. This might have been the year to go in on the rental.
I think it
I mean,
was.
you're spending on the unknown at that point.
Right,
You still
right.
don't know how that's
Yeah.
going to end up.
For sure.
I still feel like, yes, it's true. You don't want to mortgage the farm for if they were a fringe playoff team, there's no chance that you do that. The only reason that I would have had them go all in is
Legitimate World Series
because
contenders.
They legitimately have World Series contender aspirations, and you know that they've got a quick path to the division series, a really strong chance of getting to the ALCS. And if they get there and they don't have the pitching, and I think that's going to do them in, they're not going to make it to the World Series. And that's the thing that they're missing.
So if I had them at A, you have them at D+. Nels, where do you have them? Bless you.
I had him at, was it A-?
A-.
I gave him a minus. So.
Josh?
I would give them a B. I didn't do this whole rankings because
That's fine.
I literally got back last night. But I would say it would be a solid B.
Yeah,
Okay.
they also added Taylor Wells
Yep.
and Jack Sawinski, so a couple of bats as well to
Yeah.
help lengthen the lineup a bit.
So the next A I have is the Padres.
I gave them an A+.
Okay. Do we want to stop there or no?
I had them at A as well. They do this every year. I don't know how they do it.
I don't know how they do it either. Where
'Cause
are
he's-
they getting these prospects from?
Yeah, because they gave up their
They're creating
their
them in a
number
lab.
4 prospect, but the number 4 prospect in their their system isn't equal
It's probably the 20th best prospect in the Rays system.
at best. But they got Robbie Ray from the Giants. They got Casey Mize from the Tigers. They really, really bolstered their rotation there.
It's a great rotation. They should be so much better than they are.
Hunter Stratton. They got for the
Gage
bullpen,
Workman.
Gage Workman. So
Gage Workman blows.
they're still not catching the Dodgers. That's obvious, but they're wild card aspirations.
Yeah.
And, you really want a strong rotation there in the playoffs, and that's what they're going for.
That's what they were missing. Is they were missing pitching, and their offense is starting to heat up. So yeah, this is a full go mood, and so why couldn't the Rays have pried away Casey Mize or Robbie Ray? Like that's the question that I keep on coming back.
I don't
to.
know.
Yeah, I will say as a Tigers fan with the Casey Mize trade, I do like the return that the Tigers got here. And I don't know if the Rays, or Brewers were willing to match what the Padres gave up here, but Cash Mayfield, I'm very high on him. I think that that's a really good pitching prospect to get back for an oft injured, had one full season where he went late into the season last year and fell apart in the second half, arm of Casey Mize. So I think that they gave up, I think it was a good move for them. It definitely bolstered their pitching, but they probably gave up more than other teams were willing to, knowing the profile of late season Casey Mize. But I'm rooting for him.
So show agreement A all the way.
Hey, all the way.
I'd say an A. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, that rotation is nasty now.
Yeah. Next A I have is the Pittsburgh Pirates.
I also gave them an A minus.
Yeah.
they got B+ from me. So
They needed bullpen help, and boy, did they get some.
I remember saying when I was the Angels GM, Kirby Yates.
You did.
Somebody go get Kirby Yates.
This also may show up with the Luis Castillo move.
And I like that most of the players that they acquired have got team control for next year.
Yeah.
So I think the thing that you were thinking as a Pirates fan is this team actually as good as it is going to be? You didn't want to necessarily move out a whole bunch of prospects for just 2-month rentals.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that.
No, they didn't.
It was a conservative buy that's going to help them for next year. And so that's why I really like their deadline.
Yeah, I think identifying your needs and going and getting them without giving up too much in return is what you want in the trade deadline. And I think the Pirates nailed it. Next A I have is the Detroit Tigers. And I'm not sure that we're going to all agree on this.
I would say a solid B+.
That's exactly what I gave.
B plus.
Yeah.
I
Far more for the Myers deal than the Scuba one.
Yeah.
You see, I actually disagree there a little bit. I hate giving up. We were hot closing in ground. Scooble is obviously a franchise icon, franchise legend. Seeing that go when you're not that far out of it really does hurt. But unlike what a lot of people feel about the Scooble trade, I think the Tigers did really well on it. A lot of the conversation is, well, the Brewers offered a better package. Of course, he went to the Dodgers anyway. The Brewers did not offer what the Tigers were looking for. If you look at the package they offered, it was full of middle infielders, in which the Tigers system
We've talked
is
a lot about that. They got a
chock full
log
of
jam.
so many of them. And while the prospect ratings may have overall been higher, Tigers wanted two things: a big time outfield prospect and pitching, specifically pitching that is just about major league ready. I know River Ryan is 28. There's a lot of talk about River Ryan being old as a prospect. He's coming off of injury.
25 is old for a prospect. This
Yeah,
dude is.
So here's the thing.
He's up there.
He's a converted position player converted to a pitcher. So he's only been pitching.
Scooble's 29, by the way.
Yeah. But
for reference.
Yes, but he's going to be $500 million to retain, where River Ryan will be under contract, under team control till he's 33, 34.
I mean, I hope it pans out, but that's...
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. He missed a whole year to Tommy John.
So he got that out of the way.
Yeah, he got that out of the way, honestly. And he's a converted position player going to a pitcher. So he hasn't been pitching for that long.
It's the reverse Ankiel.
His stuff is nasty. He has a real chance. It is a risk, but it's a guy who, when he comes off the IL in a couple weeks from a hamstring, not an arm, a hamstring, when he comes off the IL, he will immediately slot into the Tigers rotation. They're giving themselves somebody who's a little bit of a lottery ticket. I don't care about the age. It's a major league ready pitcher right now, and they're rolling the dice on it. Zaire Hope also is looking phenomenal. He just crushes the ball. We needed a corner outfield. We needed some pitching help in the rotation, given that we were giving up rotation pieces. And then we got a little bit of a wild card pitcher that's starting in single A that we'll see, how that goes. A bit of a lottery ticket. But I mean, the big thing there that everybody's complaining, oh, the Dodgers, Tigers took a worse package from the Dodgers, collusion, blah, blah, blah. The Dodgers were the only one that offered a package that included what the Tigers were asking for, which was a big time outfield prospect and major league ready pitching.
So I say A.
I said B because River Ryan just gives me a pause more than anything. I liked the package that they got back for Mize better than
Me too. I like the Mize
package that they got back for Scooble. Because River Ryan is coming back from Tommy John, because he has been had partial playing time this year and coming back, and he hasn't had a smooth recovery, that just makes me worry that he might not be back to where he was. So if he doesn't come back and turn into a solid number 3, number 4 starter, I think that this is going to look really, really bad.
It may look very different in the future.
But the other issue too is if you look at any of the packages that were offered, nobody was offering pitching, and that was something that we needed. So even if this falls, River Ryan doesn't end up panning out, It's not like anybody else was offering us better pitching. That's the problem.
No one knows.
No, but
Nobody knows
that's what's
what
been
was
reported.
offered. No one knows what was offered because you never want to come out and say, I was going to deal this person from my pro team, or I was going to deal this top prospect, and undermine your confidence within that player.
Right.
So
Sure,
you never
but-
are going to get the straight story on everything that happened and all the conversations that took place.
But unless you know that better pitching was offered, I can't be mad at it.
I think the issue that I've got with this is I still feel, if I'm a Tigers fan, that with this package, Zaire Hope is great, but I would have said it's got to be better than River Ryan, or he's staying here. And that would have been the option that I would have put forth.
I mean, here's the other thing too, is that we're sitting at a table behind mics and they're doing the business for a reason.
Yeah, not all of them.
We don't know how the Tigers organization viewed other pitchers. There was a lot of complaining that it should have been Emmett Sheehan. Honestly, the entire time, I don't think that Sheehan is any good whatsoever. And everybody complaining about River Ryan instead of Emmett Sheehan. Sheehan blows.
I would have liked Wroblewski over
I would
Sheehan.
have too, but they probably weren't willing to part.
That would have been the price that I would have asked for, but that's
But what you ask for and what you get are two totally different things. You got to remember there's two sides negotiating it. And
Well,
Tigers knew that they were probably almost certainly not going to be able to re-sign Skubal. So get the best that you can.
I think it's a good trade for what both sides were looking for. Is it the best trade ever? No. Is it the worst? No, absolutely
But
not.
I didn't come out of it pissed off. I came out of
not
it.
True. In the immediacy, you were very angry.
The more I settled down.
Oh, same. Same.
And I look at it, I'm like, I'm actually excited for what we have. And Zaire Hope is already looking fantastic. He made an incredible over-the-shoulder diving catch, and has already hit a home run for the Tigers in the 5 games he's been in the system.
But the Dodgers spending does allow them to do this type of thing.
For sure.
Because they can go into the free agent pool, pluck out players, and not have to rely on young players coming up, and they can use them for essentially cash to acquire 1-2 month rentals. That's what allows them to do it. So even though they gave up quite a bit, the Dodgers still have better outfield prospects. They still have pitching prospects that are in their system that they can rely upon if needed. So they got players without necessarily shortchanging their future, which is very frustrating.
Yeah, of course.
So the last 2 A's on my list, we can run through them relatively quickly because they're mostly dumps. Orioles and Giants. They got rid of what they could.
It was the right move, but a sad move to see Adley Rutschman moved. I know the Orioles fan base was very sad about that, and it officially signaled the tanking era to rebuild off of all that young talent being considered a failure.
And 2 years ago, they were a team that won over 100 games, and to see it just fall apart.
And trading away Rutschman as your number 1 overall, the golden boy, shows that all of that was for naught. And they're kind of not necessarily starting over. They're still very young, but kind of moving into the next wave of rebuild. Instead of one singular wave of rebuild to get into contention, they're in wave 2.
The frustration that I had with Baltimore is the fact that Trevor Rogers is still on their team, because if you're going to sell, you may as well sell everything that's not bolted down. And Trevor Rogers is going to be a free agent after this year. Starting pitching is always in need, and you should have moved him as well. There should have been some buyer that would have gotten something done. I have another A. I gave it to the Cubs.
I agree.
I said Cubs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were right behind the Dodgers.
All right.
We didn't stop on them.
But they just added all the pitching. They added Gossman. They added Braxton Garrett. They added Aaron Savali, David Peterson, Grant Holmes, and Zephyr John. So, and the thing that I liked about it is they parted with people. They got rid of pieces, and they paid a really steep price, and they were willing to do it. Moises Ballesteros is, I don't think he's got a defensive position. Maybe he's a first base, but he's going to crush the ball. And he could be a very dangerous batter for a very long time.
Cubs look good.
And they parted with him in order to get what they needed.
Yeah.
So that's really impressive to me. I like Cleveland's trade deadline, getting Foster Griffin, Joe Adell.
We're not there yet.
We're
We're not there yet.
Oh,
You have them in an A.
yes.
Oh, okay. Well, we moved through all the A's on my list. Let's move to the B so we can argue.
They're B+ for me. So
Brewers, first on my B list. Good, not great.
I had them at C. I think they're a little too quiet.
B-. Same reason
Yeah.
as the Rays. I wanted them to pluck from the higher tier of starting pitching. Dustin May's underlying metrics are a lot better than what his ERA and WHIP are.
And they have the same kind of whatever pitching magic factory that the Rays
And
seem to have.
Because his underlying metrics are better than what you've got from Freddie Peralta, I'm going to give them, that's why I give them a higher grade than I did the Rays. But I still worry that Dustin May generally may be one of those pitchers that has got those underlying metrics that a whole bunch of stat nerds geek out about, but the actual production on the field still always falls short. So I think they did fine, but I just wanted them to do a little bit more.
I thought they needed a little bit more. I'll be interested to see if Antonio Senzatela is any better outside of Coors Field. I'm not real.
You have to be.
Have to be. I'm not sure that it's gonna happen immediately, but it could be. Next B on my list of the Yankees.
Oh no.
I like it. They got 2 impact bats with Luis Garcia and Elliot Ramos.
They're a C for me.
C for you?
Yeah, same reason.
Okay.
Didn't make a really big splash. They
did.
They improved.
That's why I did it, because if they had just made kind of like lateral moves, I would have given them a C. But
They,
I think
they
these are
improved,
improvements.
but they didn't really make that big splash I think they needed to make to.
They got me a D+.
D+. Okay.
Yeah.
I felt like
agree.
they needed something up the middle in the way of a bat, catcher, shortstop, second
Anything
base.
to replace Jazz Chisholm?
Jazz Chisholm. I think Jazz Chisholm will be fine. I don't think that he's the problem. Volpe is the problem.
He's still down in Double A, isn't he?
Well, they just sent him down to
Yeah.
AAA, and they
Or
called up,
Triple A, sorry.
Yeah, they called up their new hot shortstop prospect.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll be better. I don't know, but they needed a catcher. They didn't get a catcher, and I
Yankees
cannot.
catcher might be the worst position in baseball.
I
right
cannot
now.
believe that they could not get a catcher. Like,
I mean, I don't think the Orioles were going to give Rushman to a interdivisional.
He went to the Red Sox, buddy.
Well, but the Yankees though. I meant to say
You
the
just
Yankees.
meant the Yankees.
Yeah, I meant the Yankees. not interdivisional.
Because interdivisional is the Red Sox,
Yes,
who
I
are
know.
charging in that division too.
I know. I got mixed up.
I
was
guess
thinking
what I'm saying is,
they aren't going to help the Yankees. They'd rather help the Red Sox. That's what I meant.
why did Tyler Stevenson not go from the Reds to the Yankees? To me, that sounded like a perfect move. I was hoping that.
Well, there's a lot of people are curious about why the Reds didn't do a lot of things.
Yeah. And so I was hoping that my Twins would be able to convince them into taking either Austin Jackson or Victor Carantini. You can either have a little bit of a bat and mediocre defense, or you can have no bat and great defense. There were other catchers that you could have made a deal for without having to go and break the bank for Hunter Goodman
Yeah.
or Adley Rushman. I've got a theory on the Rushman deal.
Oh.
So that was announced real early in the morning
Yeah.
on trade deadline day.
Yep.
That they had a deal in place. And then there was all this scuttlebutt of, oh, they're waiting on medicals. Oh, they're talking this over. I feel like it may have been like an auction where the Red Sox were trying to bid up the price to try to get something more out of the Yankees.
Never got it.
And the Yankees never came over the top. So then they were looking for any way that they could get out of the trade
Got left
in
on
order
red.
to pull it back and say, no, just kidding. This is too much. This is more than we're willing to get.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they got Rushman. Hopefully they can get something better out of him. He should be able to knock some things off the monster
Yeah.
when he's right-handed. It should be all right. But man, Ianson, their pitching prospect that they sent back to Baltimore, that could haunt them for
It
a
could.
very long
It
time.
very well could.
That guy seems to be elite.
So I'm going B. You're going D plus on the Yankees, right, Tyler?
Yes.
You're going C, Nels?
I gave them C.
Josh?
D.
D? Okay. My next B is the Chicago White Sox. I like the addition of one Luis Castillo, which I said was going to happen.
They were
as
a C
Jerry
for me
Dipoto.
as well.
C for you? Okay.
Yeah.
That was really their only move that made.
Felt like a lesser version of what Pittsburgh did, which is they're not ready to push everything in.
Right.
They wanted to work around the edges. Everyone that they acquired, they've got multiple years of control.
Yeah.
They're a better team, but not substantially so. It was fine. It was a B. I agree with it.
Typical team is ahead of schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Trade
Yeah.
deadline. Want to get better, want to see what you can do this year, but don't want to go all in because, your goal is this is just the start.
The most surprising part of that deal is that Jerry Reinsdorf agreed to pay somebody $30 million. All right. Next B I have are the Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, B plus for me.
I gave them an A.
Gave them an A.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
I don't know.
All right.
I'm not going to lie.
They dealt away 4 unranked prospects for breakout starting pitcher Foster Griffin, then landed 2 platoon bats in Nathaniel Lowe and Joe Adell. I mean, it's a pretty solid get for not giving up ranked prospects.
Joe Adell is a right-handed bat that they desperately need.
Yes.
Mhm.
Foster
Almost
Griffin.
everybody in that lineup's left-handed. it
Yeah,
seems like.
Foster Griffin is. I really liked him. I was hoping that he might have found his way to the Twins. That's another name that I would have preferred that the Rays to get. That I would have preferred the Brewers to get. That Cleveland got him is very frustrating to me. Thankfully, he's not under control for next year. I like their deadline. I gave him an A.
Yep. Next B for me is the Marlins. Sold off some players at the deadline, offloaded Liam Hicks, Braxton Garrett, and they really fortified their farm system, which should be a little bit better next year. They had a hot streak this year, so you bulk up that farm system. You never know what can happen next year.
Yep, B for me as well.
C for me. I think
C.
what they did was fine, but I felt like they were stuck in a transition space of not exactly knowing what to do, so they
Yeah.
lightly sold.
Yeah, they're still in contention technically for a playoff spot, but that stretch where they forgot how to play baseball for 2 weeks really hurt them for what do we do?
Yeah. Next B for me, Cardinals. Turned Dustin May, JoJo Romero, and Lars Nootbaar into 4 top 30 prospects.
Yeah, they really reloaded their farm system. Another team that arrived early, but I felt like they really made the best of what they had to sell.
That was a B minus for me. Yeah.
B minus. Yeshua?
Again, I didn't rank
That's okay.
these, so most of these have been going
You
based
still
off
have,
of
you
like
still have headphones on. You can hear what
yeah,
we're saying.
yeah. Probably B minus ish, like nothing thrilling, but nothing that
That's fair.
makes me go ugh.
Ugh. Next B for me are the Seattle Mariners. They addressed the lineup and the bullpen. They added Sir Anthony Dominguez, Taylor Ward, and they got rid of Luis Castillo, which freed up a lot of money. They probably needed to use that free money to bring in a bat, and they just didn't do it for some reason. I'm sure they tried, but they just didn't do it.
It's
so.
a shame. Taylor Ward is what they needed, and it's not working so far.
Not so well.
So
Not so far.
That's a bummer, but I gave them a B plus.
But also so far is a 6-game sample size.
True.
Yeah, they got a B for me. They did okay. They improved a little bit, but they need to start putting it together because they're starting to fall behind.
It's getting late early.
It's getting late early.
in both races for
Yeah.
them.
Next, I have the Minnesota Twins at a B. Added an experienced high leverage arm in Jeff Hoffman and a much needed lefty in AJ Minter. And that's about it. But still decent.
Well, they needed pitching.
They
Yeah.
did. They did.
Their
I
offense has been fine.
I would have liked to see them move a piece for something back. I know we talked a lot about Josh Bell. I would have been okay with them moving him for some maybe platoon pieces because they're still in this.
Yeah, they're still in this. I'm okay with them not having moved some of their larger pieces. Trevor Larnach was coming up late in the day as potentially a trade candidate to the Astros, as well as to the Padres. The fact that they kept him is okay. That is the position that they could have dealt from and gotten something back because they do have left-handed corner outfield that's available for immediate call-up between Matt Wallner as well as Walker Jenkins. I would have liked them to deal out one catcher to somebody who need one just to free up a roster spot. They're carrying 3 catchers right now, and that seems like a wasted position. But I felt like they did what they needed to keep the fans at bay and show that they're actually trying this year.
Yeah.
I gave them a B+. It was good.
Tyler, at the beginning of the year, what did you say? Give me relievers. Why don't we have more relievers? Well, they got you a couple relievers.
They did.
So, I mean, I think that it's a B- overall. Hoffman's not having a great year, but you've seen what he has been able to do in the recent past, and Minter has looked phenomenal this year. So, I mean, those are a couple guys that you can throw in the late innings, and you hope that your offense can crush some runs. Your starters can do just enough, and you can hand it over to the back end and feel more comfortable than you have this year.
Hoffman was a huge get because he had an awful April, and ever since then, he's been dynamite.
And you have him for next year, too.
And we've got him for next year as well. So it's nice that they're setting the floor of expectation so they're not at a position next year where they've got essentially no one on the whiteboard that they can rely upon within the bullpen. Now they've at least got 3 solid names to build everything else around.
Having him for next year is the big part of that. He's,
Nelson?
That's it. That's all I got.
What do you think?
No, they got exactly what they needed. Their one weakness, and they addressed it. That's what the trade deadline's for. What B?
Yeah.
B plus, I think I said.
Yeah. My next 4 Bs are all dump teams: Nationals, Blue Jays, Mets, and Angels. They were decent salary dumps. They got rid of pieces that were albatrosses around their necks. The Mets could have moved a few more pieces maybe if they had the right dance partner, but I think overall those 4 solid Bs.
I really liked Washington's deadline. I felt like
I think they did a good job of getting what they needed to rebuild.
I feel like getting
in.
Connor early for Curtis Meade in and of itself was enough for an A.
Yeah.
Anytime you are turning someone who had been bouncing around the league for the past 4 years into a starting pitcher that's shown promise and has got a lot of team control behind him, that in and of itself is worthy of an A grade to me.
Yeah, that was a head scratcher of a deal from the Red Sox side.
All right, we've talked about the good and the pretty good. Let's talk about the meh, the farts, and the poo. C's for me, off the bat, Red Sox. For a team that's just been on fire, I thought it was a pretty lackluster deadline for me.
I felt like just overpaid for Rushman. They
overpaid for both of them.
And I that's fine. I gave them a B because they are going for it and because I like trying to cash that in on the run that they've been on. But I think that it's difficult to give them an A because of how much they gave up to acquire those pieces.
Yeah, they gave up a lot.
Are not sure things to be difference makers in the playoffs.
I mean, prospects are currency now, so I mean, you use them to make these moves.
But it's not that they sold these guys for players that have got multi-year track records of performance. Right. Curtis Meade has been great this year and not much beforehand.
Yep.
Rushman was great 3 years ago and hasn't been since.
He hasn't.
So you're really hoping on both of these players that Curtis Meade doesn't turn back into a pumpkin and and Adley Rushman turns back into a princess. So
B for me.
B for you.
I thought they did pretty good.
Yeah. It's just kind of mid for me. It's not great. It's not amazing. It's just is what it is. Next for me on the C list, the Philadelphia Phillies. Added a rise, and that's kind of it.
You mean power hitter Luis Ariz? All of a sudden cranking bombs down the line?
He's looked good in Philly so far, but I don't think they did enough.
They were B- for me. If Ariz could magically turn into a right-hander, it would have been an A+.
That'd be a lot.
That lineup is so left-handed.
Yeah.
And right now, I think if the season ended today, and thankfully it will not, the Dodgers would face the Phillies in the wild card round.
Yeah.
And
for the chance to play the Braves.
And Skubal going up against the Phillies lineup seems like it's really advantageous for Skubal as a lefty to dice up all of those left-handed hitters.
Yeah.
I will say, bringing it back to the Tigers a little bit.
We've already moved past
Zaire
this.
Hope coming over. The one thing that concerns me is, speaking of a lineup full of lefties, look at the top prospects for the Tigers and the top players for the Tigers. We may have 7 lefties in the lineup next year. So I understand the lefty heavy concerns.
I saw there's some stat out there. I saw that when it's not Wheeler, Sanchez, or Nola pitching for the Phillies, their record is just garbage. So they
Good, and Nola's been garbage this year too.
well, but that shows you how strong that Wheeler and Sanchez have been.
Sure.
Nola's just been and the rest have been really bad.
Yeah.
So they are the ones who could have gotten a Mize or Ray that really would have solidified that.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna have to ride pretty much those 2 arms and hope Nola doesn't crap the bed.
Well, if you get in a 3-game series in the first round, I guess you're probably okay.
Okay, well, it turns to 7-game series at some point.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to
that's
rely
true.
on somebody beyond those 2. So
Andrew Painter is turning in quite an outing so far today.
well, good
for
for
them.
today.
Good for today.
One has
the
not
other-
allowed a hit through 5 1/3 yet.
Oh,
the-
someone lay down a bunt.
I can tell you right now, after watching Luis Arraez for 4 months, it doesn't matter if it's lefty or righty. He's going to hit it. So
Yeah.
I'm not worried about him being a left bat at all.
Next on the C list, the Kansas City Royals.
I mean,
It's forgettable.
it's such a bummer to be a Royals fan, man. They had they don't deserve this season. I'm just gonna say
This
it.
season's
They
trash.
just they didn't have much to sell. They were loading up to be competitive right now. The fact that they're not, it's not as though they are the Giants where they're carrying all of these albatross contracts right now and stuck. But they're still, when you look up and down the lineup, they feel very stuck where you've got players that you don't want to move away from, but you're not winning with.
Yeah.
So what's the move?
Well, there weren't a lot of them.
No, exactly.
Well, they got rid of Lane Thomas, Bailey Falter, and Chris. Is it Bubich? Bubich.
Oh, breaking news for the Royals. They add 9-time All-Star Craig Kimbrell
That's going to turn the season around.
Good luck.
to his his 14th team, 15th team.
He's
something.
over half the league.
He's
at
going to
this
break
point.
Edwin Jackson's record.
Yeah, he's getting Edwin Jackson territory.
He's the immaculate grid superstar right now.
Last C on my list are the Colorado Rockies. Did what they could. They got rid of Antonio Senzatela, Victor Vodnik, Seth Halverson, Brenton Doyle for prospects. Probably should have been more aggressive trying to get rid of Hunter Goodman, in my opinion, but they got what they could. It's okay.
It's
12
whatever.
teams.
Yeah, it's okay.
12 teams now for Kimbrel.
Oh,
This is his 12th.
I thought it was more than that. Any other thoughts on the Rockies?
No.
Good on them for keeping Goodman.
Yeah, I guess they should have tried to move him, but whatever.
No,
Yeah.
look, when you're a team that's as terrible as the Rockies have been, with a crowd that shows up, he's under control through 2030. Good on them for not just flipping him. Given that fan base something to actually be excited about, a player to actually care about.
I guess. Eh.
But Ben just wants every team to sell everything all the time.
No, I don't. I just think it would have made sense for them. They did it with 4 other players. They got a decent prospect haul. I think they could have gotten the same thing for Hunter Goodman. But that's
Yeah,
just
or
me.
you put those prospects with Hunter Goodman and call it a core.
But you're gonna have to at this point. All right, let's move into the D's. First D for me, Atlanta Braves, and they could have been an F, honestly.
Yeah. This is another team.
You don't
where-
like Tyler Mahle?
He looked fine the other day, but that's probably the only good start you're getting out of him. But what am I doing with Lane Thomas?
This is another team. Where
I thought that was a
You-
football player.
You're prepping for
Isn't he a
facing the
tackle for the-
Dodgers because Lane Thomas owns Tarek Skubal. So that was a direct Tarek Skubal counter move.
Okay. What if you don't play the Dodgers?
Well, then it makes no sense.
Well, like it's another thing. Like Mally is fine, but why could you not have gotten Casey Mize? Or
I really
Robbie
thought they
Ray
were. I
or
thought they were in on
Kevin
Mize and
Gossman.
I'm sure they were in on all these guys,
But
I thought they were landing.
But
one of
why
them.
did you not do more
I
and
can-
put more out there in order to get one?
I can tell you it's because of Alex Anthopoulos.
You are in a position to make a playoff run, And so right now you've got Chris Sale and question mark.
Grant Holmes, Bryce Elder, and then
It's because
who else?
we are in a time period right now where there is nothing that franchises value more than hoarding prospects, and teams are just scared to give up too much. That's like the Red Sox were the only one that you look at and go, damn, they gave up a lot. No other trade feels like that because every team just seems scared to give up potential stars that are controllable. And so it looks like just a lot of teams are balking,
Well,
like giving up
also, it's
a lot.
It's also, I do bring it back to Anthopoulos a lot because ever since he's been with the Braves, it has been more of like a if I know you in the clubhouse guy, I don't want to get rid of you. Whether you can make the team better or not, I don't want to get rid of you.
The problem that I've got with all this prospect hoarding is it feels as though the trades that you really regret are the ones that you think nothing about in the moment. What was Fernando Tatis traded for?
James Shields.
Yeah.
As a player to be named later, I think.
Yeah. So it was nothing. Alvarez was traded from the Dodgers for, I think, another reliever.
Yeah.
I feel as though the top prospects, yes, they could hit. They could be Bryce Harper, but more often they're going to be they're going to be Harrison Bader, a professional baseball player,
A guy that crashes a scooter
for 7 years, who gets overserved at a bar and crashes a scooter into a fire truck.
Yeah, I mean,
hurts his plantar fasciitis.
the Tigers have had plenty of those. Reese Olson, who has been very good when not hurt, for 2 months of Daniel Norris, and Hayu Lee, who has been fantastic for the Tigers for 2 months of Michael Lorenzen. And those guys were not heavily thought of when we got it. They were just kind of like meh trades. Like we're talking about these, and you look at them and you give them, they get a C for this one. It's fine. It's a fine return. And that's one of the best pitchers in our rotation and potentially our second baseman in the future now.
The Twins got Simeon Woods Richardson and Austin Martin for Jose Barrios. Austin Martin was the headliner of that package. Simeon Wood Richardson has probably been more valuable to the team as a whole. However, he isn't with the team any longer. And Austin Martin right now is a weak side platoon bat / corner outfield defensive replacement. And he's just been very mediocre. He is a professional baseball player by all means, but he's not a star.
But again, that's where like I bring it back to everybody criticizing the River Ryan part of the deal. These front offices do a lot of scouting. And so when they go and they get guys, like that you don't think much about, they're doing a lot of scouting. They pick out the guys that they like and they have confidence in. And a lot of times you just have to have faith that the front office knows what they're doing and, can pull these guys where they see a spark that nobody else does.
I don't in this case, just because these look like depth moves. These don't look like need moves. These did not fill a need. These were depth pieces for a playoff run. Yeah, they're in first place in their division. They're going to win their division. I don't have any fears about that. I have a fear about what happens in the first round of the playoffs if they're not, one of the top 2 seeds. I don't know what happens in a 3-game series.
It's not so much what they did; it's that the other teams, your Padres, your Dodgers, that they're going to see in October,
everybody else got better around
Yeah.
them,
and they just
I don't think
incrementally got better.
I don't think they got better enough, in my opinion. Next D I have are the Diamondbacks. Lars Nootbaar, and that's it.
Yes, that's another one where you watch the Padres, your division rival and wild card contender right next to you, do a lot, and they did nothing.
And that's a team in a playoff spot right now in a division that has been brutal over the years. You've got a real shot to make some noise for the first time in a bit.
And they're going to have to face,
and then you just kind of hold pat.
And with the Padres in the division, they're probably going to have to face them 2 more times, probably.
I'm guessing. At least, because I think everybody ends the season playing division series like last.
And the Giants
3.
had the Dodgers, so
I didn't mind it so much.
I don't mind the move. I mind that's their only move.
Well, I don't mind that either because
really?
I think that they are not sold on this year being their year. So not doing too much is just fine by them.
Next D I have are the Astros. Dalton Varsho, and that's it.
I don't understand this trade.
I don't either.
Am I nuts?
I don't either.
the Astros don't have great pitching. I would much rather have Spencer Arrighetti than Dalton Varsho.
And am I crazy? Were the Astros not in first place in their division like 5 days before the trade deadline?
I don't know when they hit first place in the
I think
AL
it was like
West.
5 or 6 days before it, and they were like, good enough.
But
I mean, they've been playing decent and the rest of the division hasn't, so that'll do it.
Yeah, I guess. That's rough. Next D for me are the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh,
Why you didn't...
You're an easy grader. That's what I've got to say.
It's the only reason it's not an F is because they moved Nathaniel Lowe. That's the only reason.
Oh, it feels like they remembered that there was a trade deadline
know.
about an hour before.
Well, did you
the
see
books went
their
closed.
Did you see their VP of baseball ops? I forget his name at this point. They have a new one. He went to the press conference after all the deals were done in like a baby blue like hoodie. Like you couldn't even put on a red shirt. You couldn't put on something with the team name on it. He looked like they had just woken him up out of a coma.
They probably did. He probably got overserved and was, sleeping one off and wasn't able to pick up his phone all day.
He forgot that Brady Singer and Tyler Stevenson existed.
And Eugenio Suarez.
Yeah.
They should have moved so many people.
Well, how many times have we brought up pitchers and catchers in this discussion? I mean, moving Tyler Stevenson and Brady Singer was like number one job.
It was very much of course they're going to do that.
Well, they're free
If
agents also.
If they don't do this,
They're walking.
I think Eugenio Suarez, I forget whether they have a team option or it's a mutual option, but
I think it's a team option.
But they've got some way of retaining him if they want to. I'm not saying that they want to, but they could have moved him very easily. How did this team do so little? It's very frustrating. They're an F. They're an F.
I mean, like I said, if they didn't move Nathaniel Lowe, they'd be an F for me. That's the only saving grace for them, in my opinion. And they just sent him up 71. They just sent him up to the Guardians. Yeah. It's a bad deadline for the Reds. There are 2 teams left, and they're both Fs for me. The Rangers and the A's did a whole lot of nothing.
The Rangers was surprising not to do much, considering they are also in a playoff spot and a half game back of the division. The A's, what the heck?
I don't know.
What? Speaking of waking the front office up with an hour to go, I think they woke the front office up an hour after the deadline.
Well, I think Chris Young for the Rangers also, they woke up out of a coma and he was like, wait, I do what for a living now? Because his brain was just broken.
But at least they're in the like weird area where they don't actually feel like they're competitive, but they're also in a playoff spot. And it's just like, maybe they just got too much in their own heads about what to do and not wanting to give up, but not feeling like they need to go all in. The A's just needed to sell off some pieces. They've got enough good young players that you feel some promise, but they're terrible. And the homeless A's don't really draw free agents to come back. So you'd think that they wouldn't be re-signing, I don't get how they just do nothing.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate, defend the A's. I have them as a D. It's not as
heavy
though,
defense.
It's not as though I've graded them strongly. However,
you said they were an A.
I will tell you that I looked over their roster and I was trying to come up with what they could sell that somebody wanted.
That is true.
And it was not anything that I looked at and saw a Tyler Stevenson or a Brady Singer type piece.
Yeah.
Where you say, why didn't you get rid of that? So,
but to do absolutely nothing.
No, but that is a big thing that we forget a lot of times, and I think fan bases get really into. We should have given up this guy and this guy and this guy. They all blow, and it's like, well, yeah, a second team needs to say, yeah, we want them, and we'll give you something for them.
I think that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying there's anything worth trading away necessarily on paper that we can see, and I'm not saying they had a trade partner, but to make no moves is odd.
Yes, I will just say they may have taken calls and felt like, I think that there are 2 ways that you can think of it. First of all, you've got teams that are willing to pay more right now because they're in the playoff race and they really need this player. And then everyone that the A's have on their roster right now, they could sell them in the offseason, where no, you don't have that urgency of a playoff push, but all of a sudden now you've got 29 teams that you can now sell your wares to and have bidding contests between,
Sure.
the Washington Nationals and the Baltimore Orioles, and you get these teams that are involved that may not otherwise be involved, and the price may go up that way. So it's a D for me. It's not an A, it's a D, but that's my devil's advocate argument.
I'll also say
It was not good either way.
I'll also say I just pulled up the spot rack for the A's just to see what they have in terms of expirings and such. Jeff McNeil has a club option for next year. Jonah Heim is an unrestricted free agent. Everybody else is ARB, pre-ARB, or under contract through 2030. So it's not like they had or injured. So it's not like they had a whole batch of expirings to get rid of either. Literally, I'm looking at this their major league roster: pre-ARB, ARB 4, pre-ARB, like all the way down.
I get it.
They've got 20 guys in pre-ARB on a 27-man roster right now.
I get it.
They should be moving pieces off of their roster. I don't know that they had to do it.
Yeah.
Right
at the end of July.
The point is there's not urgency for it right now.
Yes.
Because they're all pre-ARB, ARB guys. There's no urgency.
They're homeless.
They didn't have milk in the fridge that was about to turn bad that they needed to dump out right now.
Yeah. Only potentially Jonah Heim, and they with Langoliers hurt would literally have no catchers. So
I don't know if they need a catcher. I also don't know if anyone's paying up anything for Jonah Heim.
No, exactly. I'm saying that's the only one that was even a relatively movable piece.
That would be tough to move. Well, those are our thoughts on the deadline, unless Nels has one more thought.
Well, I did step away to the bathroom. Did you guys talk about the Giants while I was in the bathroom?
We did. We called them, I think we called them a C, just as a dump move.
Well, thanks for waiting for me.
Well, you left.
Well, I didn't know.
Both the Giants and you were making a dump move. So,
look, this is the last time
No,
I'm probably.
sorry. Giants were a B for me.
Yeah, this is probably the last time I'm going to talk about them for the year, because why else would I talk about them for the rest of the year?
Next episode is all Giants all the time.
No. Yeah, the big one, Marcelo Mayer from the Red Sox for a mid-inning reliever. Sign me up for that. 100%.
I hope he can find it for you there, because he has been an incredible disappointment so far.
It's 300 at bats. I'm not.
Yeah, no, I know, but
in the majors.
But I hope he can find it, because I had a lot of faith in him.
They're gonna. I think he's coming back from an injury. When he gets back, they'll put him in the lineup because they have nothing to play for, and give him the runway.
I'm rooting for him, is what I'm saying.
From the Yankees for Elliot Ramos, they got Henry Lane, a pitching prospect, and Jeff Kenskid.
Yeah, that was the most exciting thing about the Giants trade deadline to me, was getting Jeff Kenskid.
They had
in the year that he is inducted to the Hall.
This is how dumb I am. When you said that, I was like, I don't remember a guy named Jeff Kenskid.
Jeff Kenskid. So in their system, they have Jeff Kent's son and Barry Bonds' nephew. So they're really trying to run it back.
There you go. I like it. When does Dusty Baker's grandson start playing for him?
His kid is playing, isn't he? Was he still playing?
Oh, Dusty Baker's kid's got to be in his 40s.
No,
who snow saved?
Dusty Baker's kid is.
I think he's in his 20s, because he was 2 years old in the 02 World Series.
20? Wow.
No, he's got to be 26 now.
Well, I guess Dusty looks older than I thought.
Darren Baker plays for the national system.
He's got to be 25, 26.
Wow. He came up and he is 27.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Let's see. You were wrong.
He's getting to that.
Oh, no. He's in the White Sox system now. He moved there at this year.
Well, he can be the next River Ryan and be traded at 28 as a prime prospect.
For a Cy Young winner.
if he moves to pitching, maybe.
Robbie Ray to the Padres. The Giants got their number 4 pitching prospect, which we said is but that's still probably a top 40 prospect. Miguel Mendez and Joynel Hernandez, shortstop. They have a lot of shortstops in their system.
They've got a log jam there.
They do. Not the worst problem to have.
No.
And then...
Would you like to talk to the Braves in the offseason about acquiring said shortstop?
Well, we can get rid of Adames then maybe. And then the big one, Arise to the Phillies. They got Ramon Marquez, the Phillies number 4 pitching prospect, and relief pitcher prospect Marty Gare. So loaded up on the pitching.
Yeah.
Really bolstered the farm system.
I think the Giants are set up well for next year.
Whenever they have baseball next,
Yeah, well, if not next year.
maybe like the 2028 season.
Boy, do we have stuff in the works for you guys for the off season if it
Yeah.
lasts longer than expected.
And that will be the last time we need to talk about the San Francisco Giants for the rest of this year.
Fair
Tigers
enough.
just got done with their last series with them, so I don't need to talk about them again.
Well, outside of our trade deadline discussion, let's talk a little bit about the people that make this show possible. Want to give a shout out to Udapils Brewing in Minneapolis for being the sponsor of Sippin' Beers. And this week we are enjoying some Helles. I enjoy some Helles.
Love some.
Very
I
good.
enjoy the
It's a great
Helles
beer.
out of this beer.
Came back from Europe to have a European style beer
That's
from
right.
America, which is great.
Do they have crappy American beers over there, like Coors? Is that's import? That's the fancy imports?
No, actually, the
Is all Finnish beer fish based?
No, it's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The fancy import beer was Corona, actually.
well.
Shocker.
Jeez.
So,
Everywhere.
in case you were, to answer that question, Corona,
Okay.
and then Heineken, but that's from
Ugh.
the Netherlands.
Ugh.
It is.
Well, thank you to
Get
you.
your hands off my Heine.
Thank you to Udapils for being the sponsor of this week's Sippin' Beers. We greatly appreciate that partnership. And if you haven't been out to the Udapils tap room, go out and do it. I know the World Cup is over, and that was really hopping during the World Cup. Go out there and watch a baseball game. Now go watch a basketball game in a few months. Go watch a hockey game, a football game. Go out there and enjoy some delicious European
Just
style beer.
go drink some beer.
Enjoy the nice outdoor weather while we have it for 2.5-ish more months.
6 more days. And this show is also brought to you by Pit Liquor, because who wants to have smelly armpits that don't smell like alcohol? Honestly, when you think about it.
I don't. I want my pits to smell good and like alcohol.
Yeah, good and like alcohol. Go to Pit Liquor for
I got one of those down.
Go to Pit Liquor for all your natural deodorant needs with whiskey and vodka infused deodorants. For our listeners, go to pitliquor.com/swingandamiss for 15% off your order. That's again, pitliquor.com/swingandamiss for 15% off your order. Thank you to our sponsors, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with everyone's favorite segments. Talk to you in a minute. And we are back, and we're back with everyone's favorite segment. Say it with me.
Avery Demands Answers!
Why do baseball hats have curves?
All right, guys, the question this week from Avery is, why do baseball hats have curves?
If you're cool, they don't.
That's right,
Or
Tyler.
if you're Uncle Ben.
Well, Uncle Ben loves flat billed hats. That is very true.
You got the round head to do it.
I got a very, very round head.
If you have an elongated head like Uncle Nels
Or Uncle Tyler.
or Uncle Tyler,
or Uncle Josh for that matter. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. Both work for
I've
me.
seen Josh wear both, honestly.
it
Yeah.
just doesn't. Yeah, my hat needs to be elongated, which makes the bill bend when you do that.
I actually don't know if wearing a flat bill hat does my head any favors or if it just makes it look bigger.
I try to wear a flat bill cap.
Yeah.
And the amount of pressure that I get
Yeah,
right at the front part of my forehead
Yeah.
is unbearable.
my frontal lobe just gets put in the sharpshooter, and it's just horrible.
I do always on my flat brims because I've got a ton of them too. In
Mhm.
fact, today I'm wearing a curve, but most days I have the flat because that's
And who's the curved bill hat you're wearing?
just repping the Duluth Huskies.
Our
over
good
here.
friends up there. Shout out to Mike.
But I do typically bend my bill slightly, so mine aren't flat. They've got a little bit of bend because of that pressure on the forehead.
Well, what
Doing a slight bend does relieve that pressure on those fitted flats.
what you're talking about with the pressure on your forehead, my hats naturally will do that mild curve because my fat head will just stretch it out, so it just starts to droop. So it's not
So
intentional.
wait a minute. Is this like Chinese foot binding for you, but with bowl caps?
Yeah, people
Where
pay me to
you are
curve their ball
forcing your
caps.
forehead to get flatter and flatter
honestly,
every single day.
The older I get, I think the more skull I'm growing. To answer your question, Avery, they don't naturally. So the bills in baseball hats are a cardboard composite that are pretty stiff, but they're malleable. You can bend them. You can put rubber bands around them. If they get wet, they will become much more malleable. But just as
I don't like that you use malleable twice.
yeah, big
Like
words,
one-
Uncle Ben.
Once was
Sorry.
good, but now you're just trying to. Be
Avery's
weird
going into
about it.
kindergarten here in a couple weeks.
oh,
So
that's going
and
to
she'll be the only
kindergarten.
kindergartner in her class that knows the word
She can
malleable.
learn the spelling bee.
Say-
Good for her.
Hey,
Hit him
you-
with those baseball facts.
Hey,
Avery.
you're looking at the 5th grade spelling bee champ right here. I lost
And then
him.
he never learned a thing.
What,
since.
after your third year being held back or what?
Yeah, and he got real cocky and stopped learning.
I peaked in 5th grade.
So I'm gonna answer Avery's question legitimately.
I feel like I did.
no, you didn't.
Okay, malleable.
Protect you from the sun.
Yes, exactly. If you put a slight curve to your ball cap, it is going to afford more shade to the corners of your eyes, so less glare gets in, and it's going to cover up the spots that your sunglasses might not be able to protect.
And that, if you want another big word, Avery, is your peripheral vision. It helps. Blocking out all the sun from the sides.
You want
and
it to
your
be malleable
peripheries.
to protect your peripheral vision.
Yeah, I feel like we're making these jokes about big words. Her dad's an engineer. She's probably heard them.
Why would he use the word malleable?
Oh,
Oh.
that's definitely used in engineering. Depending on what kind, for any kind of materials, specific.
Yeah, Ben,
metal.
what kind of engineering?
Cameron, can you call into the show real quick and let us know what kind of engineer?
Smart engineering.
I think
You have a peripheral idea
If it's
of it?
mechanical, then I guarantee you malleable has been used.
I want to say I don't think it's mechanical. I don't think it's electrical.
You don't have a malleable knowledge of engineering?
Avery
Cameron-
knows the difference between ductile strength and tensile
Yeah,
strength.
civil engineering absolutely needs malleable.
I don't know. I'm not going to guess because I don't know.
All right,
he
we'll
is
find
an
out.
engineer of some sort.
Next episode, tune in to figure out what kind of engineer.
Come back to find out what kind of engineer Cameron
So
is.
shade your peripheral vision, and if you're an owl, you need to wear a fedora because
Who?
you need a bill all the way around.
Who?
Owl.
Owl.
Who?
An owl,
Who?
Ben.
Who?
Who?
I wondered if you'd get it eventually.
Did get it all,
I
all
know.
the way.
I know.
I just wasn't playing along.
Well, thank you for the question this week, Avery. We enjoy your questions every week. And I know, at least from our live shows, we've had people come up to us and say their favorite part of the show is Avery Demands Answers. So keep them coming.
It's my favorite too.
All right. Let's move into some Ballpark Brews. Nels, you've had these in my fridge for a couple of days. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you brought?
Yes, these are left over from the SummerSlam extravaganza I had last weekend. I grabbed a case of Supra Light from Modest Brewing here in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
And it is I can't see. I can't read. It says
Japanese
dark in here.
style.
Yeah, Japanese premium light lager.
Okay. I've never had this.
Well,
Is-
we'll find out if you like it.
Is this gluten free?
No.
It's beer. Well, I don't know. It's made with rice and
Not-
sriracha aged hops. It sometimes rice beer is
And
free.
Pilsner malt.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Is malt got gluten to it?
Yeah.
The one thing I like about the can, it reminds me of those like old timey sitcoms where they would just have a can that says
Can
just
beer.
beer with a white label and black lettering because they couldn't buy the rights to Bud Light.
Cheers, boys.
This is beer that will not get you sued. It's been cleared by standards and
It
practices.
is.
That is an incredibly light beer.
No kidding.
It
Is
is.
that a can of water?
It is. There is not a lot going on here.
Well, I feel like the Japanese do that with their beer and a lot of their alcohol in general. Like I've had sake before and it's just
I
very,
don't like sake.
it's very light tasting. It's not very heavy. Even their whiskey.
They
is-
save all of their intangibles for their baseball players.
Yeah, apparently. Ben, you gave the weirdest face. You go first.
It was a weird face because I expected there to be more to it. And I don't dislike it, but there's not a whole lot to it. Doesn't even taste like beer. It like hold on.
Oh.
I need more. I need more sample.
Yeah, that doesn't taste like anything. I'm confused by this.
Okay.
This is a confusing beer. It's not bad. I don't dislike it, but it does not taste like beer.
What's the most confusing at bat you can give it? A balk?
No,
that's not that bad.
Catcher's interference.
It was probably
Catcher's interference is a great one.
It was probably last Tuesday. I hit one right off the end of the bat and it corkscrewed to the pitcher, but then I had so much English on it that it went immediately right. So he tried to chase it down. It looked like a Benny Hill movie. I think I'm going to give this like a bunt out because it doesn't taste like beer.
Okay.
I don't dislike it, but I also don't like it.
Okay. So it's nothing.
This is the most confusing beer I've ever had.
So you just Wouldn't like standing there taking 3 strikes be?
Yeah,
Nothing?
like a strikeout when you never took the bat off your shoulder because you weren't looking.
And they were pumping 95 down the middle.
Yeah, it was middle dick height, and I just decided to leave the bat on my shoulder. This is the most confusing thing I've ever had in my life.
Excellent.
Yeah, this is a pitcher batting in the All-Star game and looking at 3 strikes right down the pipe, taking a mediocre hack at the last one, and then walking back to the dugout for me.
So you don't like it?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not like this beer. Not because it's bad. I don't find its taste foul. It's just
Nothing.
the absence of something.
It's not
And
taste.
so-
it's not
and
taste
so-
foul, but it's also not tasteful.
Because I'm expecting something
Yes.
and I get nothing,
Yeah.
I am disappointed.
All right, Josh, your palate is finished right now.
So wait a minute. Are we unrefined?
Let's see what you think.
Of course we are.
Okay, so I will say off the top, I love Modest Brewing. They do a lot of really good beers. This is not one of my favorites of their beers.
All right.
If we're going to keep on the theme of confusing, but I don't dislike it, runners on the corners, nobody out, RBI, ground ball double play. Gets a run in. I guess that's kind of good, but you also took the chance at a big inning and cleared the bases and got 2 outs out of it. Confusing. I don't know if I'm happy with the result or not, but I'll take it.
To tie it into our sister show, haven't seen that in forever. This is the weird science of beer.
Okay.
It's confusing. I don't like it, but I don't dislike it either.
Yeah, that's why I'm going RBI, ground ball double play.
Is there a play in baseball where nothing happens? Because that is this. Is this Martha Reeves singing
yeah.
the national anthem?
Ben, that's what we call a rain delay.
Yeah, this is the rain delay of beers. This is Martha Reeves getting rained out of the national anthem.
I'm going to give this a very specific at bat. You may have seen this. It's Hunter Pence in the 2012 NLCS. He hits what should be, the bases were loaded. It should be a ground ball double play, but he breaks his bat while hitting the ball, and the ball hits the bat like 2 more times and takes a weird spin away from the shortstop, and it ends up clearing the bases. And that's what this is for me.
So it's an accidental hit?
Yes. It shouldn't be good, but I like it.
I don't even know if it's bad or good. This is the most confusing beer of my entire life.
It's a very light beer. I think if you put this in a
Very light.
glass,
I think it's clear.
if you put this in a glass with Coors Lights next to it and I did a taste test, like I probably couldn't
No way.
tell.
No way.
Maybe.
You've had too many beers.
I have.
No way.
That's true. But
There's just no way that's real.
the only thing that Coors Light has over this is it's much, much cheaper because trust me, I bought this. But it's a Japanese beer. I feel like the Japanese do their alcohol a little lighter on the taste side.
Yeah. It's not bad for what it is. It's just not any of our style preferences on this show.
It's not what we're used to.
Yeah.
Correct.
By any means.
So for me, it gets the 100 pence oopsie bases clearing hit.
I'm not mad at it. I would drink it again, but I don't know that I
good
like it.
because you have more in your fridge.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'd drink it again. I just wouldn't choose it again.
Yeah,
If it was given to
yeah.
me, I'd say, oh yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Hey, college kids, if you need to shotgun a beer, pick Modest Brewing Super.
If you need to shotgun a beer, but you also want to flex on being able to spend a little bit more.
Yes. If you were like, oh, I'm better than Coors Light Bud Light.
Do you have a rich parent and a set of keys? This is the beer to shotgun. All right.
I think it's 4.6%, so it's not
Oh,
like
it's
it's
just
a
a
light.
just
It's
a-
not a light beer from that perspective.
4.2.
Okay, that's
Half a percent less.
it's right in line with
It's 4.2 beer.
your
It's
light
normal
beer. Yeah.
I want my extra 0.5%, Nels.
I want hops. Give me hops.
Well, we've had a lot of hops on this show, so to go to light, I'm fine with it.
Oh, we
Just-
know you with just space dust.
Oh,
Space Dust, best beer
I
on
got
earth.
to tell you right now.
Was this better than space dust?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look, what is
Ben
it?
instantly killed any chance of getting a sponsorship
I was
from
about
Elysian.
to say, if Elysium ever came to us and they were like, we want to do a partnership deal, I'd be like, you take space dust off your menu right now, or I won't do it. All right, should we do some trivia and wrap this bad boy up?
Yes.
They do.
All right, who wants to start?
I will start.
All right, Tyler. This is all bad trade deadline move trivia.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Now, I will say I've kept them all relatively recent because I saw a lot of ones that I could have put in here from like the 40s and 50s and 60s.
Babe Ruth to the Yankees.
Oh, we didn't even get into Pete Crow Armstrong now saying
Nanette.
that Babe Ruth didn't exist. We'll get to that sometime down the road when we have no more content.
I
Moron.
think I about the Pete Crow Armstrong trade.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That
No,
you were
no,
gonna
no,
say
no. No,
Javi
no.
Baez for PCA.
No, the PCA clip that went viral where he
Hey,
said Babe Ruth
that
didn't
just
exist.
goes to show you don't have to have any brain to put up 7 WAR.
And he doesn't, clearly. All right, Tyler. Who was traded from the Red Sox to the Astros for Larry Anderson in 1990, trading a future WAR of 79.9 for an acquired WAR of 3.8?
What year was this?
1990.
And the teams were the Red Sox.
Red Sox to the Astros for Larry Anderson. Nels appears to know it.
So it's the player the Astros got.
Correct.
Yeah, I will say Jeff Bagwell.
You are correct.
Yes.
Ah, Nels is pissed.
I knew that too, for the record.
Are we
So
going?
We would have swept.
We
it.
going this way or this way?
Our normal
We
way.
always
All
go
right.
clockwise.
Oh,
Yes.
you're gonna regret that decision, Josh.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Never mind. Let's go the other way because I
No,
want this one.
no.
It's a
sorry.
Giants trade.
I know the answer already because I know what you're going to say on this one. Then
Okay, why don't you say your answer that you want to Tyler right now off mic? Just lift his headphone and say it into his ear.
Okay.
I did not hear that. Surprisingly enough, these mics did not. pick that up.
Charleston Heston to the.
Isn't his name Charlton?
You know who Charleston Heston?
Ben, is
Charlton
this
Heston.
one
Charlton
trade that
Heston.
involves both of our teams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you know it.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
Nels. Who was traded from the Tigers to the Braves in 1987 for Doyle Alexander, trading a future WAR of 66.4 for an acquired WAR of 6.3?
John Smoltz.
Yes.
Correct.
And Tyler, can you confirm that I whispered
That's-
both of those names into your ear?
That is what was whispered in my ear, as well as, can you loan me $2,000? I'm in a tight spot.
No, that was me. In
Don't
your
tell
other
my
ear.
wife.
That was me in your other ear. You're incorrect. That was
Okay.
me.
It's okay because he told the show, which my wife doesn't listen to, so she'll never know.
Fair.
I don't think any of our wives listen to
No,
this
I
shit.
don't think
No,
so.
they hear enough of our asses
Yeah.
every day.
True story. All right, Josh, you ready?
Yeah.
Who was traded from the Yankees to the Mariners for Ken Phelps in 1988, trading a future WAR of 23.1 for an acquired WAR of 1.0?
Okay, wait. Sorry, recentering. So the Mariners player. Is it the Yankees player or the Mariners player in this that we're saying?
Yankees to Mariners
Okay. Oh, man.
for Ken Phelps in 1988.
Nels knows this one.
Yeah, if you can hear
Real-
that jiggling, that's Nels laughing in his chair.
It's not David Wells, is it?
It is not
No.
David Wells.
I-
Tyler.
What were the WAR totals?
23.1 and 1.0. They're not all war related, just so you know.
No, I'm just trying to think of who is a Mariner.
Oh,
With war.
dang it. I know this.
Boy, the Lake accent came out hard. there.
Ow.
Dang it.
Was this John Olerud?
It was not, but that's
No,
a great
it-
guess. Nels?
What the hell would you
Buhner!
trade Jay Buhner for?
Jay Buhner.
Jay Buhner.
Oh, immediately. I'm like, damn it,
He
Seinfeld.
hit 30 home runs, over 100 RBIs. He's got a rocket forearm. You don't know what the hell you're doing.
Is that from a show I don't watch?
Seinfeld.
So yes,
Yeah.
it is. Okay.
I know. As soon as I said that, I'm like, oh, God damn it, it's Buhner.
My people said they like Ken Phelps. I want Ken Phelps' bat.
Any other quotes from Seinfeld?
No, that's the entire sequence.
Oh.
That was
Okay.
Larry David.
Everybody but you knows that.
We
Yes.
saw the whole episode just now. All right, Tyler, we ready?
Yes, but I think it was just me, so now it's Nels.
No, it was just me.
It was him.
Oh, okay.
It was me, and I absolutely flubbed Buhner until after I said the wrong answer,
Okay.
and then I immediately knew it.
Can't wait for the chat to fry you for that one.
Yep.
Who was traded from the Phillies to the Diamondbacks for Travis Lee, Vicente Padilla, Omar Dahl, and Nelson Figueroa in 2000, trading a future WAR of 43.6 for an acquired WAR of 22?
Kurt Schilling.
You are correct. Tyler's 2 for 2, guys. Step it up.
I've had one.
Okay,
All right,
now
well,
it's your
all
chance
right,
to
now
And
it's
I
your
for
flubbed
two.
my answer, but
That's your
but
chance.
I got one whispered sweet nothings into Tyler's
And
ear
I also
before.
got one that came around to me.
I don't have
So
that
you're-
type of cash for you.
so I have two
Josh.
right.
You're
I'm
1.5.
sorry. Well, that's not how that works at all.
All right, Nels. What team traded back it up. What team traded
Edwin Encarnacion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Edwin Encarnacion, Josh Roenicky, and Zach Stewart to the Blue Jays for Scott Rowland, July 31st, 2009, trading a future WAR of 31.1 for an acquired WAR of 7.6.
I know this one.
So what team traded Encarnacion and two other dudes?
To the Blue Jays for Scott Rowland.
The Cardinals?
Incorrect.
The Cincinnati Reds.
Cincinnati Reds is correct. Now you're over, or you're not one. I give up.
I got my get back for forgetting Buhner until after I said something else.
All
My
right.
dad's gonna fry me
Oh,
for
yeah.
not getting that one
He
too.
started with the Cardinals. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, let's see if you can redeem yourself. In what year did the San Francisco Giants trade Dave Burba, Mark Portugal, and Darren Lewis to the Reds for Deion Sanders, Scott Service, John Roper, David McCarty, and Ricky Pickett?
In what year?
88.
What year? No.
What?
Oh, that's
No.
wait. I'm gonna go with 92.
Closer, but no.
1995.
You are correct,
Huh.
Nels. Tyler,
Yeah.
name the 3 players the Tigers received in 2014 for David Price.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, okay.
I
Yeah,
love
when
that
this
these
comes
are
to
all
me.
off kilter for each of our teams.
Yep. When this comes back to me, I got you all 3.
Whoa.
I don't know if it's going to get back to
Are
you.
you gonna get all 3?
Whoa.
One of
hasn't
them.
even guessed yet.
I don't know all 3. Was Curtis Granderson one?
No.
No.
Okay, then go pass.
Can
on
you
me.
repeat the question, please?
Name the 3 players the Tigers received in 2014 for David Price. This was a
Are you
3-team.
gonna get all 3?
This was a 3-team trade. That's why I phrased it this way.
That was a year.
I'm surprised you didn't get one immediately.
2014. That was
that
a
the Tigers
year.
got back for Price.
Correct.
Who was
A 3-team trade? Are you sure?
Yeah, there was money involved with the other team. There were no players.
Oh, okay. Because
Yes.
I was gonna say all the return came back.
money?
No.
Are you going to?
You said that was one.
Well, that was part of the 3rd team.
I got one. Money.
All right, Josh, you want to flex?
Whoa.
Well, are you going to actually guess?
Are you gonna say
Whoa,
something or just go
hey.
A?
You got to guess a
Whoa,
player. Come on.
hey.
Joe Biden's
Whoa.
here.
Hey. It's a bunch of malarkey. I can't remember who he was traded to. The Dodgers?
Blue Jays.
No, he went to the Rays.
He
No, he came
Rays.
from the Rays to Detroit,
Tigers,
and
he
then
went to
Detroit
Toronto.
traded
You're
him
right.
to
I had
Toronto,
a
yes.
flip flopped in the end.
From the Blue Jays back then. It wasn't Batista then, was it?
No,
Okay.
All right, the headliner of the deal, Daniel Norris.
incorrect.
What are you talking
That
It
was
was
not one of the 3 players that
about?
came
Matt
back.
Boyd
Nope, that's also wrong.
and Gyro Laborde.
Also wrong.
Are you sure?
Yes. Hold on, it's going to come back to
Wait
you.
a minute. So, came from the Blue Jays.
I'm
to
not
the
going to lie to
Tigers.
you. I don't know what team these players
Okay.
came from, but it was a 3-team trade.
Okay. Was Willie Adames one?
It was one. Willie Adames was one.
That's all I know.
No, you are absolutely having this backwards. That's one of the players that the Tigers sent to the Rays for David Price. You had this completely backwards.
This came from MLB.com.
Well, you had it backwards because Willie Adames was in the Tigers system and was part of what we gave up to get David Price.
All right, what 3 players did the Tigers give up to get David Price? This came from MLB.com.
Well, that is a totally different
All right,
question.
I'll give it to you guys again. Go ahead. You got Willie Adames.
No.
Give me another one.
Drew Smiley and Austin Jackson to the Mariners.
Drew Smiley was correct. Not the other one.
I don't even know where
Nick
we're at
Franklin.
right now.
Nick
Okay.
Franklin.
No, Nick Franklin was not part of the Tigers.
Buddy,
that
this
went from
came
the
from the MLB's website.
Okay,
I
well,
can't tell you what I
well,
did.
the MLB's website needs to either change things or you need to learn how to read. One of the two.
Well, we already established I peaked in 5th grade, so reading's tough.
Well, the Detroit Tigers sent Austin Jackson to the Seattle
Yes, that's what I'm
Mariners.
saying. The three guys the Tigers gave up were Smiley and Adames to the Rays, and then Austin Jackson to the Mariners, and Nick Franklin went from the Mariners to the Rays. And then the Tigers got back from Toronto Matt Boyd, Jairo Laborte, and Daniel Norris.
Let's put it this way.
Going to Toronto.
I put
for
10
Price.
questions on here. There are 3 of you, so we'll just scratch that one, and we're going 3 for 3 for everybody. Okay?
Well, I'm just letting everybody know that I know my David Price Tigers trades.
Man,
I don't know that anyone was worried about
there
that.
were not a Matthew Boyd, Jairo Laborte, and Daniel Norris. Not a lot back for David
Well,
Price.
Daniel Norris was the top pitching prospect in the Blue Jays system and was a top 25 prospect in baseball. He just didn't end up being any good.
Exactly, which is why you should always
And-
trade your top
and-
25 prospects.
And Matt Boyd was the Tigers' ace for 3 years. Now, the Tigers lost 110 games each of those years, but he was our best pitcher at least.
David Price would have been your best pitcher in those years.
Yeah, no, for sure. But we also still would have lost 100 games.
Here's what I know.
98. Thank you very much.
MLB.com led me astray on that one, and I apologize.
Yep, and I corrected MLB.com. So MLB.com, hire me because clearly you have people not knowing what they're doing, and I do.
I just fired everybody like a week ago, so makes sense. Where are we at?
I don't know.
Me.
All right, Josh. In 2011, who did the Indians receive back from the Rockies in exchange for Drew Pomeranz, Alex White, Mac McBride, and Joe Gardner?
Drew Stubbs.
Good guess, but no.
Frankie Lindor.
Also a good guess, but no.
So Jose Ramirez.
It was not.
Okay.
Good guess, but no.
I don't know.
Shane Bieber.
Oh, never mind. I do know.
Not Shane Bieber.
I do know.
The Cleveland received
Yes.
a player for these 3
Correct.
I know.
And it's not Yugi Urbina.
in 2011. You said
Former
2011.
Tiger, Uga.
2011. Yugi Urbina had a farm and then burned it to the ground.
And burned it to the ground.
He did. Tried to kill all his workers.
I don't know. Corey Kluber.
You want to say it?
Ugi Urbina was a bit of a hint by using the U there. Ubaldo Jimenez.
Correct.
Yeah.
Ubaldo Jimenez.
Wow.
I forgot until literally this moment that Ubaldo pitched for Cleveland.
I did too. I think I went straight to the Orioles.
No,
He had
No.
a shortstop in Cleveland.
but I remembered
He
it.
was a shortstop in Cleveland?
he had a shortstop in
That's
Cleveland.
crazy.
Wait, he gave.
He
birth
also
to
had a
son
second
who's now
baseman and a first
shortstop?
baseman and a third baseman in Cleveland.
His son is in the White Sox
All right,
system.
Tyler.
as a shortstop.
In 1997, the A's traded Mark McGwire to the Cardinals for 3 players. Name them.
Oh no!
Way to go, Braves. Can't beat the piddly Mets at home.
Was Eric Chavez one?
Not Chavez,
Okay.
but a different Eric.
Okay. Well, then I'm out because
Okay.
I
Nels?
answered incorrectly.
Kind of have an Eric on the mind, but I'll say Giambi.
No. Josh,
I have no idea.
want to go again?
Who would have been an Eric? I don't know any
Would have
Erics.
been an Eric.
Eric Hinsky.
I got one Eric that I could throw out there. That's it.
What's the Eric you have?
Sogard?
No. Eric.
Mark Mulder?
No.
Okay.
Eric Ludwig, TJ Matthews,
Yeah, that's Ryan Ludwig.
and Blake Stein.
Oh, come on, man. You should reverse that.
That
Always
was
trade your prospects.
that was only a little better than his absolutely butchered David Price trades.
Hey, man. MLB.com. Write your
You
letter
got
to
it
them.
right, but
Hey, I'm telling you, it came right from the website.
expecting us to know ace prospects from 30 years
I
ago
wrote
that
it-
didn't pan out.
I wrote it directly from the website. I got 2 screens and everything.
I think
All
the
right.
Cardinals won that one
You think?
a little bit.
Most of the teams in this trivia won the trade for the good player. All right, Nels, last one.
Yay.
And there is a clue in this
Ooh.
question.
Excellent.
In 2012, the Texas Rangers traded Kyle Hendricks and Christian Villanueva to the Cubs for what dumpster fire?
What dumpster fire?
That may or may not be your clue.
Okay.
I wasn't listening. What was the question again?
In 2012, the Texas Rangers traded Kyle Hendricks and Christian Villanueva to the Cubs for what dumpster fire? Nels enjoys this
That's
question.
mean.
No, it's kind of a play.
Ryan Dempster?
Ryan Dempster is correct.
Okay.
He was a dumpster, fire.
I thought he was good for a bit.
I
Was he
think
not
it was
good?
a Dempster fire.
Was he
is
not
what
good by then?
I don't really remember.
He had a decent career.
With the Cubs, I don't know that he played that long with the Rangers, honestly.
He's Canadian?
Sure.
Oh,
why
get
not?
the hell out of here, Dempster. Go back to your maple syrup.
Oh yeah, no, he's very
Dear
famously
maple
Canadian.
syrup.
So here's a question for you before we depart. What was
Oh, he was quite awful. For
what
the
was
Rangers.
what
Holy
was
crap.
your team's favorite trade of all time, or that you know of?
John Smoltz.
1997, Brian Sabian for the Giants traded fan favorite Matt Williams to the Indians at the time for some guy I can't remember, but Julian Tavares, who was a good reliever, and some guy named Jeff Kent.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And he was derided at the time.
Don't you mean Jeff Kent's son?
No.
Oh.
He was derided at the time. Everybody hated it because Matt Williams was a huge fan favorite, and Jeff Kent was like a middling infielder at best. And he had to literally go on and say, "I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing." He had to go on the radio and say that. And hey, kind of worked out.
Tigers had kind of a similar situation to that. Sent Edwin Jackson to the Diamondbacks, and fan favorite and star at the time for the Tigers, Curtis Granderson, to the Yankees. Received back Austin Jackson, a highly rated prospect, to replace Granderson. Phil Koch, and one very decently rated but a little bit older pitching prospect that ended up being quite good.
He's gonna say it.
Max Scherzer.
He said it.
Hey!
What?
He was just
I
trying to
knew-
get you to say Scherzer.
I knew it was Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
I was
Did you not
excited-
see him
so-
like raise
I was
his arm
excited for
slowly?
you to say Max Scherzer.
No, I was just reading off the other pieces of the trade because I always forget exactly what happened. We also got the son of former NFL offensive lineman Schlereth, Daniel
Mark
Schlereth.
Schlereth.
Yeah, Mark Schlereth's son, Daniel Schlereth, who was a very mediocre at best left-handed reliever. And Ian Kennedy went from the Diamondbacks to the Yankees, for whoever cares for that. But
I'll go-
getting rid of Granderson hurt, getting Austin Jackson back was like hopefully he can be okay in his spot.
Yeah.
And then Scherzer was kind of that wild card pitching prospect that had a lot of hope but hadn't really had results yet.
What did he do?
Oh, just ended up being a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I'll go pretty recent with the Braves. I'll go Vaughn Grissom for Chris Sale.
Okay,
I'd like-
That's pretty solid.
I'd like to have Vaughn Grissom back because
Not for Chris Sale.
oh no,
you
no,
wouldn't.
no.
not with this rotation. Are you kidding me? Gross.
Fall of 2003, the Twins knew that Joe Mauer was going to be their starting catcher at the beginning of the 2004 season.
God.
So they
Nels is
decided
not happy.
they decided that their all-star catcher AJ Przinsky was no longer a part of their future plans, so they decided to send him away to the San Francisco Giants, and they got back Joe Nathan, Francisco Liriano, and Moof Bonzer.
Oh.
All three players that contributed very much towards the Twins' mid-2000s run.
And I-
Krasinski lasted all of 1 year with the Giants, and they hated him.
And
I
I
hated him in Chicago
He
too, and he
isn't
won
it-
a World Series.
Well,
We
he's
hated
'cause
him
he's
in
a piece
Minnesota.
Of,
He's a
he's
very-
a piece of shit.
He's not. He is not. He is just.
No, he's a piece of shit.
He's the most pesty pest.
Imagine
To ever
him
pest.
and Barry Bonds in the same
I like how you
team.
guys are trying to sell me on hating AJ
I-
Przinsky. I know who he is.
I will also say Francisco Lindor, in my mind, is one of the not Lindor. Sorry, Liriano. Francisco Liriano.
Very different people.
Very different people. One absolutely does not qualify for this statement that I was going to make. One of the greatest what ifs in history. He had all of the stuff. He and Verlander came up at the same time, and it was like those two were the future of pitching in the AL Central.
To be fair, you also have those questions about Wander Franco.
Well, I mean, look, horrible human being, and he's getting what he deserves in Dominican prison.
He is not getting what he deserves. He's going to prison for like a year and a half.
I thought he was going for like a long time. Anyway,
No,
it's-
I don't think he's seeing prison at all.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like 2 or 3 years.
Okay, well, scratch that then. But he should not be in the league, and he will not ever be in the league. But my God, what a talent he was. That's one of those where
kidding.
I'm not defending him as a person.
No.
And what he did from a human aspect it's bad. And it's sad that it happened. But it's also sad for baseball to never see him do what he can do. It's a bummer that he had to be a bad person.
PSA from us to you, don't date 15-year-olds.
Yeah. Or don't, date trafficked 15-year-olds that your
That
mom
too.
and her mom set up to traffic her to you.
Well,
Not
any
good.
15-year-old.
Yeah, but just to make it even worse.
Here's the thing: if you're looking for a romantic partner,
unless you're like,
go plus or minus 2 years your age, and you'll be a-okay.
you can date 15-year-olds if you're 15.
Yeah.
100%,
or
no problem with that.
even 16.
or even 13. Like
Well,
well, hey, then you're dating into high
Well-
school, and that's kind of cool.
well,
You're-
if you're 13, you could date 15. If you're 15, don't date 13.
Because your son's about to be 13.
He is
Yes?
13.
He is 13.
yeah.
He could
So-
date a 15-year-old girl.
So this is Tyler coming out and saying his son's dating a 15-year-old girl.
My son hasn't dated anyone for like a year and a half. 2
Wait,
years.
A year and a half. He's 13.
he took a break.
Yeah,
He was dating someone at 12?
yeah.
11 and a half.
Well,
they were an item for like 2 years.
What?
He had a long-term relationship at like 10.
That's like
What does that even mean?
That's like 18% of his life.
Yeah, they
That's how long
spoke
I've
to
been
each
with
o-
my wife.
They
18%
spoke
of
to
my
each
life.
other one time at lunch.
No. They spent time together, hung out, had fun times, gave one another gifts. Like, it was very adorable.
Okay.
I don't think I dated anyone until I was like 16.
Well,
Yeah, same.
you don't have the confidence that my son has.
I
no, I
still-
definitely
I
didn't.
still don't.
Yep, same.
You can listen to the latest episode on the replacements about my life of dating and how that went.
Oh, please check out our sister show. I haven't seen that in forever. You will hear a phenomenal story about a really important time in Nell's life. Well,
All right.
you brought it up, buddy.
It wasn't important. It just happened.
Feels like a good time to wrap this up.
That was an important time for him to wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening to episode 37. We will be back in 2 weeks to talk a little bit more about baseball and probably a lot more about nonsense. What do we say?
I'm
Deal.
all for the nonsense.
Yeah, we're
I'm
all
done
about
with baseball.
nonsense. Yeah, done with baseball. All about nonsense.
Say the line, Ben.
Play the game, love the game. See you later.